There's an open shot, and another goal, Josh Byrne. Byrne has 2, and Andy Towers' team has a 2-point lead.
This is Zed Williams during the 2020 PLL Championship game.
Shot, never got there off of Bassini.
Just moments before the most significant performance of his professional career.
Now it's a 1-point game.
You can just feel the energy, Paul. They just have a little bit more pep in their step.
So what got him to this point? How did Zed evolve his game? And how did he ultimately become the 2020 MVP? Okay, so we know what you're going to say. 2020 is over. Thank God. The championship series is over. Zed's wild first year in the PLL is over. And we're bringing it back because we want to. No. We have to.
If you're a fan of the PLL, you know why Zed was the biggest story of 2020. And if you don't, we're going to tell you in this video. We're going to explain Zed's journey throughout lacrosse, how his game has evolved throughout the process, and ultimately what was the underlying reason why he was able to become a 2020 PLL champion.
To set the stage for Zed's MVP performance, we need to go back to his roots, to the very beginning of his career. The early 2000s on the Cattaraugus Reservation in upstate New York, playing the sport with his older brothers.
And to be honest, I don't really remember when I got my first stick. I just know at a younger age, 4 or 5, we started playing, and me and all my brothers had to share equipment, share sticks. My brother played, and then I was up after, and I put on the same pads he had on.
So we didn't actually have any B-roll for this part of the story, but it's a very important moment in Zed's journey. So just listen closely and bear with us here.
My older brother Zach was ruthless on me. He beat the snot out of me every day we played. It just always ended in a fight. That was just how competitive we were. Gave me a way to create my game, because when we were downstairs in the basement, we had these posts to hold the foundation up, and it just kind of happened to be in that top righty spot. So I just used that post to get away from him and to be able to shoot off of him without really getting into him, because he was going to do something. He checked me with no pads on or something. I think I really got good at being able to maneuver shots while he's standing there and still get them on net.
So 8th grade rolls around and Zed gets pulled up to varsity at Silver Lake High School, where he plays alongside his brother Zach once again, and the two absolutely dominate together. By his junior year, Zed broke Casey Powell's New York State scoring record. Yeah, that Casey Powell.
Getting better. The following is improving a bit. How about Casey Powell? Ripping scores. The legend returns, and he has a goal for Chesapeake.
We actually had to double check this. Zed Williams had 729 points in high school. How do you score that many points? How does that even happen?
I played with my older brother Zach, who was so dominant in every aspect of the game: face-offs, getting the ball, being a double team, passing me. My only focus was scoring, and every time I got the ball, I shot it.
Zed's productivity on the field would earn him national recognition, and he would take his talents to the University of Virginia in 2013, becoming the first in his family to attend college. But it wouldn't be an easy transition for him.
I really struggled with missing home my first year. Ended up on academic probation. I talked to my brothers and family every single day while I was away. They wanted me to be there. They made sure I didn't come back, because they knew how important it was to get an education for our family, for the community. I think once I really grew to love my teammates and the people down there, I got comfortable. So then after that, I started adapting and excelling in school. It kind of had a domino effect in everything else.
Over 4 years, Zed scored 132 points, secured 150 ground balls, made this crazy bounce pass.
Williams backing in. Sports Center top 10. Book it. Zed the bouncer.
Scored some game winners.
Here's Williams.
Graduated in 2017 and was drafted into both the MLL and the NLL. Finally, in 2020, Zed was picked up by the Whipsnakes Lacrosse Club in the entry draft, and we'll let him take it up from there.
Once I got drafted to the Whipsnakes, I really got a good feel for everyone on the team, and especially Rambo.
Rambo swims on Landis, gets topside. Rambo scores!
You know, my first initial reaction when we drafted Zed, I was so excited. He's a big, strong, righty attackman that was going to complement me well.
He would just always say, once we were talking offensive schemes and watching film, he just goes, Zed, you're going to be here.
Do your thing, play your game. You have the green light to go every time you have the ball.
Because I've seen you play, I know who you are, I have all the confidence in the world you are. We picked you up for a reason.
We lost a lot of people on offense, so we needed somebody to step up and
just come in confident and be ready to go. And then once I met Rambo in the PLL bubble, it's just kind of, you guys know Rambo, his confidence, it just rubs off on you. I think it just rubs off on the team.
So from there, Zed is headed into his first PLL game, and it's a rematch of the 2019 championship. How did he prepare himself mentally for that pressure?
I went to the defending champions, right? So I don't want to let these guys down.
It's the beginning of this new journey right here. We play together, Whipsnake ball.
I go back to my dad, really. He lost his leg when I was a junior in high school. And just to see him struggle on a daily basis with his health and just having meaningful conversations with him about it. He always kind of told us, if you take care of your body, it'll take care of you when you need it. It's just another reminder of how lucky and blessed I am to play this game.
Hey, let's have a day, Zed.
Zed took that love for the game and in his PLL debut did this.
Put on your analyst hat here a little bit. What have you seen here in the first quarter?
Yeah. Well, here we go. There's a goal by Zed Williams. He's new to the PLL.
And this is Michael Earhart. 10 seconds. Good pass there. Pass. Score. Inside of 5. Fighting to get inside. Backhand time. Another. Zed Williams. Have an afternoon.
So we want to know what makes Zed so unique once he steps onto the field. And it starts with his dodging ability. Zed is a physical, aggressive dodger.
I think my strength plays the biggest part in it, but also I think athletic ability to be able to spin off someone while their whole momentum's on you.
Max Tuttle, low offering to Zed Williams, backs his way in, on his way down, scores!
If I'm going up to the top right side and they're just riding me and I'm able to shoot it on the run while they're on my backside, then they got to over pursue my right hand. I wasn't fit to stick in my left hand, so I had to figure out ways that worked for me to always get back to my right hand.
Zed shot 34% and scored 29% off the dodge during the Champ Series in 2020. That's 8th best in the league in each category.
That's just offensively speaking. Great rollback inside. Zed Williams keeps it going.
Which begs the next question around Zed's game. What's his thought process behind taking those shots off those physical dodges?
I've always had alligator arms. That definitely plays a big role in my shooting style because if you notice, my elbows are always like really close to my side.
Zed doesn't shoot the ball a million miles per hour. But Zed changes his plane and changes the angle where he's shooting. He does sidearm, he does underhand, he goes high, he goes in the air, he goes low. You know, he has so many goals this year because he never, telegraphed where his shot's going to go. It's always a different single spot every time.
It just depends on where the defender is, right? If he's standing mostly on my top right side, I think I'm just taking a short step with my front foot to the left and just shooting it underhand on the side of him. It's all reaction and based off where the defender is standing.
Rambo inside. Williams has 3.
The final part of Zed's game, and arguably what makes him so dominant, his playmaking ability. Let's go back to the 2020 championship game. It's the 4th quarter, and Zed has been held scoreless for 36 minutes.
I had a couple opportunities to get us on the board, and I either got stuffed out or missed the net.
In the face of that deficit, it was the influence of Zed's dad that gave him the motivation to be dominant.
My father passed away, but when I'm playing this game, I feel his spirit with me. I feel him over my shoulder. I feel him talking to me like he did when I was a little kid. So I'm still that little kid that he's talking to. Going into the 4th quarter, that definitely was playing a factor in my head. That's what I was thinking about.
So the Whips are down 2. 10 minutes left to go on the heels of some momentum goals from Zed's teammates Brad Smith and John Hoss.
Roll back, 12 to shoot. Finds the corner. John Hoss. And we have a 2-point game. He follows up Brad Smith's goal in the 3rd with one of his own.
Those guys that really are the ones that made it start rolling. And then once Joe won the face-off, I think it was the next player or something. He just came down, he found me.
Scored by Whipsnakes. Great look to Williams. Another goal. Now it's a 1-point game.
Once I just got that goal, I felt some energy to realize that this is the time to go.
And you can just feel the energy, Paul. They just have a little bit more pep in their step.
Different life now. Williams gets in tight, shoots, scores. So 5 straight goals. Williams does it again.
Chaos defender.
Only 5 to shoot. Williams, shot, goal. How the corner, Zeddy ball game. Hoping for chances today. Williams shoots, scores. scores! Zed Williams has 6 goals.
Now, most of you probably know what happens next. The Whips go back-to-back. Zed is crowned 2020 MVP.
The MVP of the championship series, Zed Williams!
But similar to the relationship that he had with his brother growing up, he actually credits his success to Rambo.
Would I have performed the same way if I didn't play alongside Nat Rambo? I wouldn't have had the same performance. You know, he takes so much pressure off of everyone. And then our dominant midfield Dodgers, you look at that core group of guys, they have been winners. When I have that in my mindset going into the game, it's like, all right, Zed, you don't have to be the best. You just have to do your job.
Zed's rise in our sport is an amazing story of humility and determination, although it's his family that has had the biggest impact on the Whipsnakes' success.
They're always my motivation to win a championship.
And you know, this was for my dad.
Once we finally did that, I just wanted to give him a quick call to just kind of share that moment with them.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Miranda.
To be honest, even my dad was here. I never seen him cry. I never seen my mom cry hardly. When I did see him cry is when we won a championship, because it felt like that all that work, them sacrificing, taking us to practice our whole lives with 7 of us kids. It just kind of feels like that finally has paid off.
Danny, Dad are coming home tomorrow.
And that goes for all our families, the whole Whipsnakes family. That championship has connected me with those guys and their families and my family forever. In my heart, I feel like we all accomplished that together.
So that's it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed listening to Zed's incredible journey. And man, the amazing part is that's only year 1 of Zed's career in the PLL. We have a feeling there's a lot more where that came from.
All right, one more thing before we go. Make sure, well, not one more, 3 more. 3 more things until we go. Make sure you like this video because it's for Zed, and we like Zed. Make sure you hit subscribe because we have a ton of season announcements coming here to this channel that you're not gonna wanna miss. And finally, final whistle question. Tell us one thing you learned in this episode about Zed in the comments down below, and you could win a Zed name and number tee. All right, that's it for us this week. Peace, guys.